Hey guys, Derek here. Welcome back to the channel. We are back to watch another episode of Queen Charlotte, a Bridgerton Story. This is episode 2. It's called Honeymoon Bliss or something like that. Last episode was pretty good. I enjoyed getting to be acquainted with the two main characters of, obviously, Queen Charlotte and the King. I thought they had pretty solid chemistry, and then the end of the episode happened where, like, kind of clearly showed that the King has something not quite fully right in his head. I've read up a little bit on just like general history without like diving into like spoilers, but plus it's like a fictionalized story anyway. But from what I know is the King, historically it's been assumed that he might have that he might be bipolar, or he might have some other disease that kind of causes these emotional outbursts. So that explains it a little bit, and he's not just like a total dick. Like, he's a genuinely decent guy from what we can tell. He's just got he's just a little every once in a while just has these episodes, which you can't hate him for that. You gotta roll with the punches, so to speak. Them living in separate houses, this is something I actually just totally forgot about. I studied history in college. That was a normal thing. Up to this point, that was kind of like super normal, is for the King and Queen to like live separately. And I think actually these two, I believe, yeah, the King and the Queen here, I think, were probably one of the first to actually like break from that norm historically. I wonder if they'll show evidence of that in this show, but that was a normal thing. So like, that's just like a historical thing that happened. But yeah, I don't know. I'm very excited to jump into this next episode. Before we do that, if you end up enjoying my reaction, please leave a like on the video. It means a lot to me. It helps my channel grow. If you're new here or you find yourself coming back often, hit subscribe, ring the bell so you're notified when I upload. And then if you want to see the full uncut version of this reaction, consider supporting me on Patreon. That would mean the world as well. But otherwise, let's jump into episode 2 of Queen Charlotte, a Bridgerton Story. It's such a big bed. Damn, they're just ready. Just a whole ass entourage of people ready to go.
Brimsley?
Your Majesty.
What is in my engagement diary for the week?
An engagement diary, Your Majesty?
I assume there will be charity visits to the poor or orphans?
Your Majesty, there is nothing in your engagement diary.
You have to stay here.
There is nothing in my engagement diary.
At all times.
You are currently enjoying the privacy of the first days of marriage, Your Majesty.
It's a honeymoon.
It is all so very modern now. In my day, there were 7 people in the bedchamber on my wedding night.
Why?
Now it is the thing to give the couple privacy, which would not be an issue ordinarily, I suppose. A man, a woman, the chance to...
Yes, yeah.
But Georgie, the King, can be...
Yeah, we get it.
There can be no questions. Do you understand?
Yeah, so we gotta get these two to bone. They gotta be smashing ASAP. Brimsley, what a goober. Donde está el King, dude? Is he just chilling elsewhere? Like, where is he? Another day. Okay, at a certain point you gotta get frustrated that he's not here. Brimsley's faster than you. Okay.
No.
But Mama,
No!
I believe you would quite like her. She is a delightful person.
She is an actress. No. Break it off and find a suitable woman. How is it that none of you have managed respectable relationships?
Mother, perhaps it is too late. Our sisters are past childbearing age. We have done our best, and maybe
No.
it is...
This bloodline will continue. You will make it continue.
Were it as simple as you suggest?
It is. It is as simple as you're all princes.
Brimsley,
Yes, Your Majesty.
ready the carriage.
Yes, Your Majesty. May I say our destination?
We are going to see my
King's
husband.
house.
Where is he?
Your Majesty, we were not
Where
expecting
is
you.
he?
The observatory, Your Majesty.
All right, take us there.
Perhaps this is good.
Perhaps. Perhaps it is bad.
Perhaps we'll see.
You'd like to step indoors while we wait to find out.
You're so much shorter than him. Are these two?
I am more important than you.
Some dirty talk? Yeah. Okay. It's like I was like, why did I think anything else was gonna happen?
It was he who refused to consummate the marriage.
She could have seduced him.
She is a lady, pure and well-bred.
Okay.
This is a problem. A deformity. Is there something wrong with his bits?
Is there something wrong with his bits?
Large. From what I've seen,
Wow.
he has large, healthy bits. No deformity.
Okay, well that's good, I guess.
You suppose they'll spend 15 minutes together now?
Oh, let us hope for 20.
All right, Brimsley, get it, son.
What is this place?
Charlotte. Hello, here you are. It is an observatory for looking at the stars.
Is this what you have been doing?
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Since the wedding? Is this how you have been spending your time since the wedding?
Well, yeah.
He hasn't left.
The only one of its kind in all of England.
You have been in this one-of-a-kind observatory room, sleeping and eating and staring up at the sky,
When you should be inside of her.
while I have been stuck in that stuffy house, being changed like a doll 3 times a day with nowhere to go, no one to talk to, and nothing to do,
You're the queen. You can do whatever you like.
except spend time with my husband.
Come now, Charlotte.
George!
I do not understand what you complain about.
Brother, she wants to spend time with you.
I cannot do whatever I like. The Queen is not allowed to go to the Modiste, or the galleries, or the ice shops. I cannot make friends. I must hold myself apart. I do not know a single soul here except for you. I'm completely alone, and you prefer the sky to me.
Yep. Come on, George.
George!
What?
Say something!
Say words, brava.
I do not want to fight with you.
I want to fight with you. Fight with me. Fight for me.
Go home, Charlotte.
You seem apathetic, brother. She wants this to be something you care about.
What of their relations?
Relations?
Their marital
Sex,
bonds?
baby. Talking about you and me.
The Dowager Princess wishes to confirm that the marriage has been consummated.
Sexually. She asks for the good of the country, of course.
Of course, yeah, of course.
So it is a successful honeymoon.
You agree it is successful, do you not, Brimsley?
Oh yeah, Brimsley has experienced a lot of success so far. Damn, man. This is her view. Just the ceiling. Christ. Look away. Look away from this old man as he dies on top of you.
What if he puts another one of his gigantic babies inside me?
Oh.
What would you have the king do?
A gesture?
A gesture?
A gesture.
Orange.
She can't do it herself? Come on now.
I can pick my own orange, Brimsley.
Yes, Your Majesty. Orange.
Brimsley, my brother in Christ, just let her do it herself.
The king has sent you a gift. It is waiting in the foyer. And there is a note, ma'am.
I never want you to feel alone, George. A dog.
What is that?
That is the gift from the king, Your Majesty.
But what is it?
It's a dog, idiot.
Dogs are big and majestic. A pincer, a shepherd, a schnauzer, a dane. That is
That's a puppy.
a deformed bunny.
And yet, you will have many of those because it reminds you of the king. They just put the dog on the dinner table.
What a beautiful dog, Your Majesty.
It's a
Yes.
deformed bunny.
Okay, don't say that about your dog. All dogs are good dogs.
It was kind of you to invite me to tea.
My husband is the best of husbands. He gave me this beautiful bunny thing.
Be nice to your dog.
It is all right if your wedding night was not perfect or splendid.
Hasn't happened yet.
You did have a wedding night?
He was mean and rude and selfish. He just wanted to leave. He felt bad, I suppose.
I'm talking about consummating the marriage.
Did you fuck?
Your Majesty, Charlotte, if you did not consummate the marriage, you are not actually married to the king. Your whole position is in danger. My God, you did consummate. Perform the marital act.
Did you bone? Girl, you are so naive. Doggy style, just all the
How many
different
times
positions.
does he insert it?
As many times as necessary, Your Majesty.
How long does it take?
Sometimes it feels like it takes forever.
Anywhere from 5 minutes to 50.
You are the first of your kind. You must secure your position.
Yes, but this is not my failing. I mean, he clearly does not want me, and I cannot somehow force him to want to do this with me. And maybe that is a good thing, if I'm not queen, if we are not married. Then maybe we can forget all about this, and I can go home.
Yeah.
Pomeranian. Your deformed bunny. It is a dog. A very rare and purebred Pomeranian.
It's a fancy dog. Honestly, love the fact that they had drawings.
I thought I would call upon an expert.
Expert?
You have a great
Making
many
babies.
children. Yes, I suppose I do. You have had 2 weddings in 2 years.
Yes.
How do you do it? Do what? Get them to want to marry.
You gotta pair them with another super hot individual. A little
It helps if
romantic
they are
tension. Couple arguments here and there.
My boys are in love. They are in love with commoners. They are in love with Catholics, and they are in love with actresses. And they are in love with women who are already married.
Yeah.
Love has produced over 50 illegitimate babies for the crown.
Oh my god. That's so many.
I shall simply find them wives myself, order them to marry, and they can worry about the love part later, after there are royal babies.
Okay, yeah, sure. I mean, you're the queen. You can do what you want.
You met with Her Majesty.
I did.
I am asking you to elaborate.
What would you like me to say?
What did you speak to Her Majesty about?
What was this tea about, girl?
This tea. Lady Danbury. That is my title, Your Highness.
You surprise me. I always thought you were a quiet one.
I am not quiet. It is simply that my husband is loud.
Ah.
That's a fair point.
Lady Danbury. I need to know what is going on at Buckingham House.
Are you willing to spy?
Traditionally, when a title is bestowed, it comes with income and land, an estate.
Money, please.
We already have money. We have more money than most of the ton. What I need is for my husband to not be denied entry to White's.
You should be grateful.
You say you need to know what is going on over at Buckingham House.
Yeah. You gotta trade things. You gotta give some to get some. That's just the way it goes. Oh, he's here. Very interesting. Why?
Charlotte, where are you going? Where are you going?
I do not know. Just away from you, wherever you are not.
Brother, you gotta recognize the situation. You have upset her.
Let me just turn the
Would
focus
you
a tiny
just
bit.
step away and let me... Oh my word.
It's the moon. Oh, it's
That is
Venus.
Venus.
And this is what you have been doing.
Yeah. Just a little bit.
In this world we live in, where I'm given so much power and attention, it is good to remember I'm a bit of dust on a small dot in the universe.
Humbling himself. Got it.
Keeps one humble. You know, it almost does not quite count as a wedding night.
Because you haven't fucked. Woo-hoo-hoo. Good, okay. Slow and steady wins the race. Yeah, because she doesn't want to have sex in the observatory. She wants to have sex in her house.
You are breathtaking.
Accurate.
But it has 1,000 tiny buttons. I'm suddenly concerned that my mate's made the wrong choice.
It's going to take a while to
Very
get
good
off.
with buttons.
It's going to take a good 10 minutes to unbutton all those. Alright, here we go. Button 1. Here we go. Oh, haven't hit the button yet. We'll get to the buttons. Oh, we don't even have to do the buttons. Gang, gang. That's a butt. It's just so intimate. All the sex scenes in Bridgerton are so intimate. It's like I feel like I shouldn't be in the room. You did it. Act completed. Oh, and these two as well. Okay.
This is the house.
This is her new house?
I never thought that I would see this day.
All that for a little bit of gossip.
Perhaps this is the beginning of a new era. You know, I believe
Hush,
that...
woman. I will try the key.
Oh, jeez. See, we know her to be an important person. He, not so much.
Your marriage is Parliament business. Your marriage is the business of this country. This cannot go wrong.
charm her to make it easier for the crown. I have done my best. You told me I could not let her know me, because I must protect the secrets of the crown. I have not. I am the picture of duty. The crown resides within me, embedded like a knife. You do not need to explain it to me, Mother. It is me!
Yeah, he is in a precarious position.
She is gone. Your mother has departed, Your Majesty. I saw to it myself. If you would like to join her, I can. Shall I send for the doctor, Your Majesty?
No. I'm fine. I do not need him.
Okay, so he was just holding it together, just barely.
Yes, yes. Get him here. Charlotte.
She will never know of it.
Okay. He's just having a bit of a panic attack. Is that the end? Oh, okay. All right. One more step on the marriage journey completed. So far, the two of them aren't the bestest of friends at the moment. You know, we spend the whole first part of the episode with the queen as she is just like not loving her life, right? Like she is essentially a prisoner, for a lack of a better word. She just wakes up, is changed 3 times a day, eats a couple times a day, doesn't get to do anything, doesn't get to see anyone, just is essentially like a prisoner in this like gilded cage. Meanwhile, the king is spending all his time at the observatory, just doing his thing, and some questions were answered, some other things brought up. We kind of learn at the end that the reason so far that he has been so aloof from the queen is because that he has been directed to do so by his mother, right? Like, so even though he is marrying Charlotte, they also still see her very much as an outsider, and they don't want her to know too much about the crown's secrets and all this stuff. So that's why he's been directed to be like distant, but he still very much likes Charlotte. It's a complicated situation, right? Like I think he very much enjoys her, and he wants to be in love with her, and he wants to be with her, but he's also afraid, right? Like there's a couple different reasons, right? Like the first reason of being like he was instructed by his mother, like don't let her in, don't give the crown's secrets away, but also like the fact that his mental health is like a real issue and he doesn't want her to see him that way. That's a big thing as well. And he's just like constantly like holding it together. Like he held it together for as long as he could until his mother was gone and the queen was eating breakfast, and then he like collapsed and had like a panic attack. So it's just like a very interesting dynamic of it's not a necessarily a will they won't they, because we know they will. It's just like working through the growing pains of what the two situations are and how we can come to a point where that's like understood by all parties and accepted by all parties. Like the moment, probably the end of like episode 4, 5, or 6, not 6, probably at the end of episode either 4 or 5, it's gonna come to light. like she will find out all of his mental health struggles, and it'll be a situation where she has to like accept him for that, and then they'll like truly feel comfortable within each other's spheres of understanding, if that makes sense. I don't know. Like right now they're in two separate worlds, and you know, there are two separate like circles in a Venn diagram. They need to find a way to close some of that gap, right? Like they're still very much two separate entities in this marriage. They are not You know, the two have not become one, so to speak. They're not letting each other in to their thoughts and secrets and desires, at least not completely. I mean, she's definitely let him know that she is unsatisfied with the situation. And he has shared a little bit of his passions with her, namely the observatory stuff, like seeing Venus. That's pretty cool. So yeah, we're slowly working our way towards a more comfortable union between the two. A big step that took place in this episode was them finally consummating the marriage and boning. It was very intimate, as are all Bridgerton sex scenes. It's always either like super, super steamy and like aggressively sexual, or it's like very slow and intimate, and you're like, I don't know if I should be in the room watching this. Like, this is very personal. But yeah, that step is done. Now they don't have to worry about that anymore. She's officially the Queen of England. But yeah, it ends the episode still not thrilled with George due to his info that he revealed. The stuff she overheard, that, you know, he only married her because he was instructed to marry her, right? Like, it wasn't necessarily his choice. Like, what she probably overheard is that he doesn't want to be doing this still. Like, he's only with her because of duty. And it's kind of true. Like, he's still only doing this because of duty, and they have to find a spot where they both actually truly love each other. But I think it's more complicated, obviously, than what she overheard. Like, she obviously is only hearing this is duty, but he actually truly does like her and enjoy her, and he probably is starting to actually love her, and when they can come to an understanding about that, that'll be prime. Yeah, I don't know. This was a solid episode. I liked it a lot. We're getting some more like progress between them, and then a lot of other side story progress as well. Like we learned that Brimsley and the essentially Brimsley for the king are lovers. They touch butts in the night. That was a very interesting development. Wasn't expecting that, but good for Brimsley. You know, he deserves some happiness too. Lady Danbury, she now has like a whole ass house and stuff, and she's going to be trading gossip about the queen essentially to the king's mom in order for her to get this big house and the land and all that jazz and social standing. That fits with the character that we know of Lady Danbury. Like, in the first 2 seasons, we knew her as this, like, she knew all the gossip, she knew all the secrets, she traded in those things, so it fits with the character, obviously. Yeah, so all in all, we made decent amount of progress on the story. We made progress. It was a solid episode. I enjoyed it. Definitely let me know what you guys thought of the episode down in the comments below. I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions. What did you think about everything? Other than that, if you enjoyed my reaction, please leave a like on the video. It means a ton to me, helps my channel grow. If you're new here or you find yourself coming back often, hit subscribe, ring the bell so you're notified when I upload. And then if you want to see the full uncut version of this reaction, consider supporting me on Patreon. That would mean the world. But other than that, thank you for watching, and I will catch you guys next time.